like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Hey, this is Jason Rouse, and welcome to the Safe Word podcast. On the show today, here in an undisclosed location here in Austin, Texas, Chris Rogers on the show here, local talent, artist, comedy lover, comedy appreciator. I don't know. You've immortalized a bunch of us. I don't know if that's your way of telling me, like, your days are numbered and we better get some oil paintings. Could you swing that mic around? Yeah, there we go. And we're back.
And we're here. Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it, man. How's that?
I think we're good there, yeah.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
Okay.
We were gonna do a walking podcast today, but it's
So hot.
way too hot for
We're
that.
fucking melted, dude.
You're wearing my birthstone around your neck, by the way. It's a turquoise.
Fuck yeah.
I always thought that Steve Ray Vaughan always had amazing turquoise jewelry, and then when I'd seen some sort of, I fucked a bunch of girls that have Ouija boards.
Yeah, it's astrology nowadays.
Yeah, so these girls
same
were always,
shit.
I've been cursed so many times with these witches that there's nothing left to curse. It looks like an old football jersey. It's just punctured. But not originally from Austin.
No, I grew up in South Carolina, a little island called Hilton Head. It's right off the coast. It's only 12 miles long.
It's an actual island.
Actual island, yeah. From northern Florida all the way up to Virginia is just series of small islands. They call them barrier islands. And those were some of the first ports in the country.
What's the shoreline look like on one of these islands? I'm always going to swamp immediately.
There's definitely swamp, but
Can you swim in the open water?
you can swim in the open water and actually
at risk with the chompy ones? You know, the big...
a little bit, but not as bad as you'd think. Especially in Hilton Head, there are some sandbars about a mile and a half, 2 miles off the coast. That's where a lot of the sharks will hang out, and they actually break up the waves. So it's... And the whole time I grew up there, was probably one person who got a minor bite.
Yeah.
Now you go down the coast of Florida a little bit, there's a lot of different things going on now. I mean, they got great whites in Boston now, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
Tiger sharks. Those things they go from salt to freshwater. Those are scary.
And not only that, but they're,
bull sharks, sorry, bull.
Their environment is slowly being poisoned to a degree that they're having to find greener pastures for the first time since the Ice Age.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that Texas-sized pile of trash in the middle Pacific, would it?
Yeah, there is a lot of that. I don't think it's going to take a young lady from Iceland to get that big chunk of garbage. It's literally an island. That's the thing, though, is all this information is available on the internet. There is definitely a detailed drone shot showing the outline of the trash floating to the size of a small Hawaiian island and seeing the size and scale. But then you show everyone's planets through the solar system and how insignificant and tiny the Earth is in comparison to the larger planets that eclipse it by 1 trillion times.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking, well, what do the planets have to do with anything? And then you're just rocking back and forth in a dark room. It's a slippery slope. We were talking about you'd kind of like conspiracy theories, and I go, yeah, of course. I'm open to the idea of conversations outside of the norms, and but my friends are savages, like we were saying with Tripoli.
Same trip. Eddie Bravo.
That's a long. He's been riding that horse for a number of years,
yeah.
and that must be difficult, to say the least.
exhausting.
Yeah, that's a lot of energy you got to pump out.
It's too much energy, man. The problem with I absolutely believe in most of the conspiracy theories, but the problem with them is that there's no end to them, and also there's nothing that I can do about them other than be aware of them, and there's just no peace in constantly thinking and not thinking but obsessing about things that I can't control.
Yeah,
That's the problem with conspiracy theory. However, to just put my head in the fucking sand like an ostrich there's no peace in that either. So what's the common place? Where's the middle ground on that? I don't know.
Well, their goal is to hope that you don't figure it out until you're almost dead, so you can't do anything. You start to get to an age where you look at the younger generations, to a degree, it's like, it's all kind of in the history and in the news. You can see patterns and society doing the same things, almost to a T.
Yeah.
We're very simple creatures.
Very simple, man. But this is the one thing that I've been able to surmise about conspiracy theory, and the only solution that I've come up with is people, and I'm a firm believer in that the true currency is people, and hence the reason why I enjoy doing a lot of live art, especially at these comedy shows, and a lot of the stuff I do for absolutely free. But just being able to create and involve myself and be useful to other people, like I get more out of that than money.
And you got a best seat in the house,
yes,
too.
The best seat in the house.
You're right there.
Yeah, but what's so amazing about it is not only am I a fan, but what I really appreciate about it is that it galvanizes people. It brings people together, and not just one type of people, all type of people. And that's one thing that I try to imbue in a lot of my artwork, is namely mural work, is bringing together as many different people from as many different backgrounds, namely people that wouldn't normally mix.
Yeah.
Because that's if you really look at.
I do a reverse. Okay. I go and mix up other people's shit. I travel around the world and intercept everybody's culture, their food, their senses of humor, their language. I go there, but totally, I do it to that purpose, so that I can go to someone else's neighborhood and bring them into my neighborhood and have some sort of handshake in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dopest thing about it, is being able to experience someone else's point of view, someone else's culture, something outside of my realm, my world. Like being uncomfortable, like expanding yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I've really come to appreciate. And it started a long time ago. Where I grew up in South Carolina, dude, that's
none of that.
Dude, that's where the Confederacy started, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of times, especially being biracial, growing up in the 80s and early 90s, where there are a lot of times where I felt too black to be white, too white to be black. And I'd be honest with you, it hurt most coming from black people.
Yeah.
But I remember early on being like, you know what, fuck everybody, man. And not in a negative way, just in I'm gonna associate myself with people that are themselves. Like, I don't care what your sexual orientation is, what you're into, as long as you're original, you're authentic. Like, those are the people I like to surround myself with.
But people that are judging you on certain characteristics of things that you have no control over, you still don't follow. Just because you're black, you don't necessarily have black politics or ideas. You're an individual functioning under your own umbrella. You just have it's a weird thing for people, but that's an American thing, I find. You guys are very quick to pigeonhole each other aggressively. There's some weird community in that. I don't know what that is.
You don't think racism's all over the world, though?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. But everyone has their own style.
Sure.
Like, I got yelled at a British comic at a show that I was doing in Belgium because I asked the Somalian girl in the front where she was from. But what I didn't know is he was a 20 years senior to me, and where you're from meant, where you from, mate?
Yeah.
But I, as a Canadian, it's like, it's such a mix of everything that it was like, oh, maybe my grandmother's from your neighboring town, blah, 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 blah. It was more of a less of a way to connect with somebody opposed to like label them,
Right.
which I think that happens. It's comes in styles, especially now with so many people holding banners.
Identity. I'm this, I'm this, I'm that.
But it's not like, when your account can be deleted and your whole idea
go.
of your life is hinging on that. I've never had any problems with being canceled or any of this stuff, but I did post a picture of me and Sam Tripoli and Ari Shafir, and Facebook flagged it immediately
I bet.
with Red Band in it. It was a weird one. But yeah, to hinge everything on that, it's live performances hands down for me. The rest of it all can burn. I could give a shit.
I'm with you.
But these it's almost like especially with Instagram, I'm more or less creating a photojournalism for myself that when I have Alzheimer's, and they can scroll through my old Instagram, and I could lay there and piss in a bottle and go, I remember that, not really, 2022, they'll have a laundry list of photographs for me to relate to and try and remember. But
What's it going to be then, though? You were talking about getting that Google lens.
Yeah.
for your eye. Like, what's it going to be in 25 years? I can't even imagine. Just how much has changed over the last 5 years with technology.
just
and
look at where
the norms.
First of all, anywhere they can put metal into your body and let your body accept it, the microchips are right behind that.
Oh, yeah.
They're just working on those Wolverine skeletons, and then they'll give you some sort of like plug-in for your brain, and you're going to be on the leash on the internet.
That's what it is.
But I don't know, maybe our bodies are not going to survive. Or I don't know. It's like, how many more mass extinctions are we willing to go through, or the humanity of like weathering plagues and things where large portions of the population die off to go that these meat bodies are not going to make it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But space travel too.
Space travel.
They always do the alien one when they sleep you out. I wonder how realistic that is. Would you do a full like say, look, we're going to do a 50-year sleeper for you, and you're going to get the equivalent of first of all, they give you options like land, money, resources to an epic but they also show you with the economy that your money will be worth this much in the future, but they unhatch you 50 years in the future.
Would I be willing? I don't think so.
You don't trust us.
I don't. No, I don't. See, this is another thing. Is like this is.
Yeah, there's fuckery.
I feel a lot of the technology and the way things are headed are getting us away from our nature. And I do believe in God. I have no idea what it is exactly. I feel like it's infinite and it's real. And the more I try to define it, the less tangible it becomes. But I feel like that's what they're trying to get us away from. And I feel like part of that is
the joy of life.
Disconnecting us.
Yes, from the joy of life. That's why I think your attraction to comedy is so strong. Is 'cause
It saved my life.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like, yeah.
I'm not even being hyperbolic when I
Yeah.
say that. Like it saved my. It was like a defibrillator, especially
For me included.
bro. The last few years of my alcoholism were hellified, and they were hellified in my mind and in my heart. Like physically, I could still fool people. I still had a job. I still had friends. Were things falling apart? Yes, but I could still hold it together. But
Yeah.
in my mind and in my heart, I was fucked, and I
Yeah.
knew it. I was petrified. And listening to comedy, namely, was it Opie and Anthony, and
The hardcore.
the hardcores, man, it made me fucking laugh, and it was like
Yeah.
a legit defibrillator.
Yeah.
It's like laughing so hard, and it just helped me get by. And even after I got sober, man, it was like I would still listen to that shit to go to sleep
Yeah.
because I couldn't deal with my fucking mind.
You know who was like that for me is
What?
Don Barris.
Don Barris, of course.
I would listen to the big three. I was going through a bunch of shit, but every week, without fail, they would release the podcast that would just get me through my depression to another week, to another episode. And I really acknowledged that. as I'm there, I'm like, this is the only good thing going on right now is these maniacs fighting on. You've seen Windy City Heat,
No,
Don Barris's movie.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, if you have any appreciation, and I know you do, we were talking about the outside stuff.
Yeah.
This movie single-handedly is maybe in my top 10s of all time.
That's big.
A lot of people put it in their top 5. I'm sure of it.
Windy City what?
Windy City Heat.
Okay.
It's so good. I don't even want to tell you anything
All right,
about it.
don't. No.
Anybody who's listening to this, it's on YouTube for free, for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
They'd made a second one, but apparently one of the stars wanted more money. Anyway, Bobcat directs it.
Love Bobcat.
Bobcat directs it.
Dude, Police Academy? Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Classic shit.
And Shakes the Clown. Have you seen that? Or Alcoholic Clown? He plays the alcoholic kids entertainer. Oh, yeah. It was an early.
Shakes the Clown.
Shakes the Clown. Yeah. Yeah, he's an alcoholic clown.
Nice.
He's done some great stuff. I saw, I had messaged him and said, you talk about people, this guy, a heavy alcoholic, he was sexually abused by his babysitter's boyfriend. And he was a comic from Boston. And the movie is a documentary about his life that Bobcat directed. And it's called Call Me Lucky. And it was heavy. I thought it was about the local Boston comedy scene. But it was more specifically about this Barry Crimmins, about his life and his political investments he stepped away from comedy to get more political. Legendary. I distinctly remember walking past the patio at the Comedy Store, which a lot of great stories start is at the patio at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And Tom Rhodes leaning over and saying to me, "Did you got a cigarette for the old man?" And I could see Barry there, pretty shit hammered, smoking one of my cigarettes, and that was the last time I saw the guy. He died shortly after. But a heavy drinker. Drinker. What was your last beverage?
Pop off vodka. Cheap.
Jesus, were you drinking in a parking lot? What's pop off?
It's $13.99 a handle, 1.75 liter.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
You can go blind from that type of
Oh,
stuff.
no doubt. I was on my way, dude. It was having shitty blood or bloody shit was not.
Ulcers, all
thing.
that stuff.
was
Now, were you clearly a day drinker?
All day drinker.
All day, and
Yeah.
vodka.
Vodka, cheap vodka, or anything. I mean, I would drink anything. But
Yeah.
I always had cheap vodka on me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that little, you buy the handle and that little thing, that little plastic thing that kind of tips it.
Yeah.
Like I would flick that thing off and squeeze it.
Yeah.
I really needed a drink. It was bad, man. It was bad.
couple of years of that.
All day, every day was about 4 years. Let's see, 2009 is when my mom passed away, and that's when I started drinking super heavy.
Yeah,
I was a heavy drinker for like from 20 to about 27, and when my mother passed away, it was like, I barely saw the light of day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it becomes hyperspeed. Like you can't get it down quick enough.
Nope.
There's no, and you're kind of looking, going. I had 3 liters of hard liquor today. That's more than a water I've drank ever in my day. Like it's crazy.
I don't know how the body can take shit like that, dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I cannot imagine it at all going through that right now.
And not only that, like if your body can take it doing something shitty to itself, it's like, why don't I try something to do something good for myself?
Exactly.
That would be probably less on my body. And even if I do wreck my body doing it, I'm still not going to have kidney failure from drinking 3 liters of cheap vodka.
Yeah. Or having a heart attack or a fucking car wreck.
Yeah, I was just a volatile late night drinker. It was more or less to sustain some sort of euphoria I had from
drink in
my
the
show.
morning?
No.
Okay.
No. In Europe, they would try to get me on that. They were always having cocktails, and there would be a couple times, but I was like, I knew that was a super problem.
Oh, yeah.
But I doubled down as soon as it turned midnight and turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yo.
Like thousands of dollars of like just piss. And not to mention, sometimes you get alcohol sponsors. So you just have 600 bottles of Jägermeister. We couldn't give it away fast enough.
Dude, that's insane.
We were drinking it.
I would have been fucked if I had an alcohol sponsor.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way at all. No, you know what's funny is this happened, I think it was like 10 or, I was just about to get a year sober. And I was here in Austin.
You've been sober, what, 7 years now?
It'll be, in January, it'll be 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was
easy now, isn't it?
It's
like
it's easier.
shit.
Like no, it's easier. But for me, I know everybody's different. When I get away, I still go to meetings.
Yeah,
I still have a sponsor. I still have sponsees.
Sure.
I still call people. I still, work the steps.
That's why I didn't day drink. I didn't want to be responsible to anybody else, so I just rode the fence of fucking yourself.
Yeah.
And enough mistakes to kind of like show's over, dum. But I didn't want to have sponsors and meetings. I'm too sensitive.
That's all good, man.
I cleaned up. I'm out of fear of talking in public, of all things. I don't drink.
I get it.
Yeah, that's how I do my shit.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I personally like it. What I like about going to meetings and stuff like that is I start to feel alone, and I could feel alone in a stadium filled with people. And it doesn't matter if I'm, painting or doing anything. I could be living my dream, but if I'm not, connecting with people that understand. That's what it is for me. It's like I needed a place where there's going to be no fucking judgment. There's no hierarchy. Nobody's trying to impress or like one up one another. Like everybody's on the same fucking level.
Yeah.
Like I needed that level of acceptance for me to be honest. Because I would have taken that shit to the grave. Like people ask me how I'm doing. Like I'd be like, I'm fine. On the inside, I feel like fucking crying or walking into oncoming traffic. Like I was not fine, but having that type of environment, that space, allowed me to start being like, yo, man, I'm not doing well. I'm fucking scared. Or whatever my truth is in that moment, that's what I get from going to meetings and stuff like that. And when I don't, I get back to this place where I'm acting like everything's okay when it's not, And it's like I'd rather save my face than my ass, and I don't want to drink again, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do know is I'm not cured. I still have fucking
Oh,
in me.
yeah.
I have a fucking in me. And dude, and actually last year when I was working on that mural at Vulcan Gas Company, and I was, with you guys like over in the comedy scene like every day, I wasn't going to meetings. There was probably like 2 months there I was working. And
I tell guys, be careful.
I started to have these thoughts like, yo, maybe I'd be closer with these guys or cooler with them if I like partied with them, bro. And I had to check back in. I had to go back to meetings and get back into the swing.
You're lucky.
Bro, I know, dude. That's
That's
not the first time I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've parked outside of bars for like 20 minutes and just like almost been in a trance, and it took me like 20 minutes to be like, what the fuck you do? Go home.
Yeah.
What do you want to go in there and hang out?
Yeah. This isn't funny anymore.
No,
You got
man.
no excuses. Get a hold of yourself.
Yeah, but that's the disease, and that's what that's another reason why I like being involved with this 12-step program, is because I'm able to work with people that were where I was, because I felt fucked, man.
Yeah.
I felt fucked, and I knew I was fucked, and I gave up trying to quit, because I quit so many times, and every time I quit, it was okay. Maybe there was one time I got a DUI and I was sober for 2 months, dude. But after that 2 months, dude, I swan dived back into a bar, man. It was like, okay, I'm gonna put up a fight for a little bit, but eventually I'm gonna drink again. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
And there's so many people out there that felt just like I felt, and nothing makes me, and I mean this, nothing makes me feel better than being able to sit across from somebody and be like, yo, I know exactly how you fucking feel.
That's why I have these young comedians over
been
here.
there, bro, and you trust me, there's so much hope. You can't stop. And I can show you how if you want.
At Chris Rogers Art, Bones Eye, and Ryan Eblatt. Am I saying Eblatt right?
Ebelt.
Ebelt. And now Joe White. You guys are all in this. You know your shit's going to be on a comedy club wall decades from now, signed by you, and they were like, people are going to go like, don't touch that. It's fucking expensive. Isn't that wild? We'll be
amazing.
dust.
It's amazing, man.
Some of your artwork will survive to like the 10th through time and space. Look digitally, but somebody's going to, that's the cool thing about paintings, is people have been holding on to these things, and some of them gained huge value and stuff, but the majority of the shit is just like, wow, this is such a unique story attached to it.
Right.
Do you know who the Amazing Jonathan is?
Yeah, you would do like the stand up with the
Magic and
the
stuff.
magic and stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah.
his wife, he's passed away a couple of years ago, and I had fortunate enough to spend some time at his home, and he had the house was awesome. You would have loved it. It was so rigged.
Everything.
Dude, it was the most Scooby-Doo shit I've ever
Oh
been
my
to in
God.
my life. It was
That makes
all
perfect sense.
practical jokes and booby
Whoopee
traps
cushions and shit.
and all kinds of wild stuff. Not to mention his attention for nostalgia and old prank devices and things like that. He had this chair that you'd sit in and you'd pull a cord in the back and it would collapse down and it was on a curve. So you would just be flat on your back in 2 seconds. But he'd set it up like he'd have this antique typewriter. He goes, check out this typewriter. It's very, and you'd sit down and all of a sudden you're in your back. Mirrors, like he had a painting in the hallway that on the hallway you would see the images and then they would show up in the mirror as you were washing your hands.
No
the
shit.
face would show up.
That's
Oh, there was a door that they told me it didn't work, but I was so excited. But it was on a catapult, and it would swing like a cat out of a door, like an animal door. But it would make the cat lunge at you out of a door. But my favorite part is that he had a long hallway with paintings all down the hallway. At the bottom of the hallway, there was a glass case with a doll in it with a heavy padlock on the door. Yeah, exactly. I just kind of like, and he's already got me with about 6 things on the way to this. So now I'm waiting for the 4 to drop out or whatever secret compartment Beetlejuice shit I'm about to. And he explains that this doll is from a famous film, and they say that the doll has been possessed, and it gives me a long history on this very sacred piece of artwork he's collected. And he draws me. He's a magic guy, so every touch,
all set up.
it's all there. He just trotted me along exactly where he wants. And as I turned, the baby starts smashing on the door to try and get out. Because he explained to me the lock's heavy because sometimes it tries to escape. Well, this thing starts thrashing against the glass. It was fucking terrifying.
Jesus Christ.
And then he's more or less kind of like, don't worry about that. We'll just keep walking on. No, I
Yeah,
got to
no.
see this freaking baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrifying. But it was all rigged out. It was so great. I smoked marijuana with Gallagher there on 4th of July.
Gallagher's a piece of work, isn't he?
He's a piece of something.
Dude, that was one of my favorite Opie and Anthony episodes is when Patrice O'Neill and Gallagher were on there.
What?
Do you remember that shit?
I don't remember that.
Dude, Patrice O'Neill exposed the shit out of Gallagher, dog.
Oh, yeah. I remember him walking out on a Mark Maron interview back in the day about some of his context and at these state fairs and how some of these people might be wrong about what they're laughing at.
Oh, yeah.
And but I didn't know Patrice. Look,
I would have loved to see. He was,
that must have been a vicious.
bro, I found
beating.
out about him a year and a half before he passed, man.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was,
Do you want
I
to
was
hear
late.
some Patrice stories?
Fuck yes.
So, one of the biggest things, one of the only things I really wanted out of Canadian show business was to perform at the Nasty Show at the Montreal Comedy Festival. I knew that I wasn't going to get a new faces. Yet I was a kind of a hot commodity in the country in the early 2000s. On a couple shows, and I'd made a bit of a buzz through some accomplishments and whatnot. But all I wanted was the Nasty Show. And I'd look at the lineups every year, and it was all legends and people I respected. And it was one of the more truer shows. I found that, yeah. This is murder. These are all murderers, top to bottom. First of all, these guys are legends, and there's 10 of them. Where do I fit in this? I'm this goofy skateboard kid from Hamilton who's now become a kind of a menace to society and the comedy community. I really want to do this nasty show. So I would make sure I was on every year's showcase to get a chance to audition to be on this coveted show. Not only that, I knew that the nasty show, because friends of mine had been on it, was also the most performances at the comedy festival. Why would I want to do a gala on one night and so a bunch of Canadians watch it on television? Or do I want to be on Murderer's Row doing 10 shows and there's a taping night? I auditioned I think I counted 9 years, and I was furious because I'd played ball to the level that I could at the highest level in my own country, and yet I'm being overlooked. But again, I kept looking at the lineups. I go, I can't be angry. But I've known these guys have all done this show 6, 7 times. Fucking throw me a bone here.
give
I'm
me
dying
something.
out here.
Yeah.
I'm
9
trying to
years
get
in a
out.
row?
Yeah.
Bro, tenacity, respect.
I had to. It was like I only had so many keyholes I could jump through. And the nasty show was a no-brainer from anybody's perspective. It got to a point where it was aggravating me to a degree where, how come you're not doing that? And I go, I don't fucking book the shows, you know. Same assholes that come up to me and go, when are you on Rogan? Well, maybe when somebody asks.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what is that any business of yours?
Exactly.
Fucking relax.
Yep. Yep.
So I moved to England. I'm having a great time in England. I'm traveling all over the place, up and down the UK, fucking Holland and Dubai and Hong Kong. I'm really covering a lot of ground, and they reached out and asked me to come in to showcase at the Comedy Store in London, England, which was my regular club anyway, for this nasty show. And when I said no. I said, no, I can't. I go, listen, I don't really have anything more exciting for you. I'll be honest, I peaked. I've killed every showcase you put me on. I walked away with, okay, I did my jam there. That's I hit my mark. If they can't find any value in that, I also knew that somebody had to die or kind of, fade out to allow me. There's only a handful of spots. So the manager, please just go do the showcase. I'm like, fuck, okay. I wanted to maintain a good relationship with these.
So this is year
agency.
10?
Yeah. This is, no, it was 10, like 15 years later, because there was 3 years where I didn't go and audition. I was in Europe having a great time. So I go, I smashed the showcase, but at the same time, I'm walking away going, I just feel like I got bitched out. Like, I know they're not going to, well, they say yes. I go, I live in England and you're hiring me to go do a Canadian comedy festival? I was born there, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now I'm here in London. You're asking me to break up my touring schedule. And I go, who's on? Nick DiPaolo.
Fuck.
Joe DeRosa.
Fuck.
Otto and George.
Okay.
Right? Chris Neff.
Okay.
Myself, and headlining Patrice O'Neill. I'm like, perfect.
Dude.
Go and do the shows. The New York guys are New York guys. They're serious. And yeah, it was epic.
Was that the year he wore the Coogee hat, Patrice?
A gray hat.
Oh, he was in the pimp phase. Was he in the pimp phase by then?
Yeah, well, he used to come to Toronto too. This is another thing too, is that Kenny Robinson, which I'll be performing December 18th. I'm the first white comic to perform on an all-black comedy show in Canada.
Really?
In fact, the founder and creator of the Nubian Disciples of Pryor, Kenny Robinson, they created an award for me.
What is that?
For the Black Comedy Awards, I got voted favorite white boy.
Okay.
And yeah, in comics, I have it on my press kit.
That's a distinguished award right there. Dude.
It was great.
That's
First of all,
that's respect.
He wasn't having it. Kenny is my friend and a mentor, and has been a very big part of my career. But when he told me I wasn't allowed on the show because I was white, it really put a bug in my ass about, oh, I'm getting on this show.
That's what's up.
And I had people like Russell Peters and a lot of local comics that were black comics on those shows. I knew they were going to run out of black comedians, so I played the long game.
Okay.
I knew there was only about 12 of them in the country, and maybe 3/4 of them could handle that kind of show, because there was nights people were getting booed on the way to the stage.
Sure.
I couldn't sleep for 2 nights before the show. Dude. I was so stressed.
After about, I don't know, I'd be honest with you, about a month I was freaking out. But after that, I was like, all right, let's figure this out.
Yeah, I had about 60 days of like, is comedy extinct? Like, seriously, is public speaking? Like, I always thought at the worst, even if I'm a crazy old fuck, I can tell stories by the campfire for beans or something with a cup, in an adult diaper and a cup, just panhandling campfires at the apocalypse, trekking through garbage. But when I realized that there's, it's not only the masses. I might be a problem as somebody who wants to speak in public. I might be subjected to fines and incarceration if I decided to do stand-up comedy. There was a point of that, especially in Canada.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Crazy shit going on in Canada, man.
Oh, it's the worst, man. Yeah. It's the worst. Yeah. Come on.
What they're trying to do here in the States too, man. I don't even know why it hasn't spread down here just yet, but I have a sinking feeling like if they could get away with it, they'd do it.
Guns. You know it. Say it.
Guns.
It's the guns.
Is it? That's the only thing?
Oh, for sure. Look, there's all kinds of other things behind the curtains, but people having access to firepower at their, on their, and it's all, I know these guys, lock cases, fingerprint lockers, accidents happen.
Sure.
But also, if you can be taken out of life very quickly at a lot of different points with dealing with the public, people are more hesitant. But they'll find some sort of, we've already connected everything up through our phones.
Yeah, man.
We're getting those advertisements.
Once everything's connected, the cars, electric, we got, people.
Well, we're getting phased out.
Have you seen Scandinavia? They have the damn chips in the wrist now?
Probably.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like that.
With their debit card on it.
Yeah. Well, a gun's not going to do a fucking thing when they can just delete.
We're getting phased out. What is, are you not cool with having your consciousness put into an hourglass for later?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. That's fucking with God, man. That's fucking with something that is, that's what it is, man. I really feel like that's the biggest thing. They're trying to get us away from one another. They're trying to splay us in all these different spectrums with identity and whatnot and pit us against each other, because they know if we start talking, we start getting together, there's not a fucking thing that anybody can do, because there's nothing more powerful than people that are galvanized. Even if you're talking about praying, dude, getting 20 people together and both saying the same prayer and directing that energy towards something, that shit is real.
Yeah, you look at those truck drivers in Canada that all went up there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm all big about mass demonstration.
Yeah, man.
I'd rather see mass demonstration than mass voting.
Voting on what?
Exactly. It gets a little.
It's all fucking pageant. It's all. It's puppet master bullshit.
I'd rather have about 100,000
7 heads
people.
of the same snake.
Yeah. No, it's all, there's so many heads. There's so many heads, and they're all nipping, vampiric, fucking slothy. But this is the luxury of choosing the creative path that we have, is that we have a unique porthole into that world that we're like, whew, I'm so glad I'm not in that mix.
In that mix, man. Yeah. Creativity, I think, is, we could talk about the comedy, but this, that, and the other, but one of the things that kept me sober, I feel, and connects me to something higher than me is my creativity, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, whether I'm doing a stupid little sketch or I'm painting at a show or doing a mural, I say the same prayer every single time. I say, before I start, I say, God, thank you for this opportunity to be creative. Help me let go. Help me be honest. And I give it all to you. So I start off every time I'm being creative with gratitude that I'm even here to begin with. And anything that is created, I'm giving it away because it's not me, because I know you've been there. If you could fucking kill a crowd on a dime every single time, like, would you even need, you'd be God. But the fact of the matter is you can't kill every night. You can't tell the same joke. There are times where you're in the zone. There's times where you're not. So I think at best, I can be a co-creator, not the creator. And I think we're all connected to something infinite. And I don't think it's a bearded dude in the sky. That's just my opinion, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Would something infinite really give a fuck what I think about it?
Oh, I know. An infinity. I can't. I have my thesaurus is very. Yeah. I get a grade 5.
Infinitesimal. Infinity.
My education is
infinitum.
Was infinite. Mm-hmm. Very small, as they say in French. Petite. Yeah. What was our program in your school
for
any of these creative endeavors that you've kind of?
Not until I got I got the opportunity to go to a prep school in Connecticut via hockey. I got recruited to play at this prep school, Pomfret School.
That's hilarious.
In Connecticut. Yo, I was a fish out of water, dude. I'm dreadlock kid from South Carolina. Went to public school, like, you know, lower middle class, single mom, and now I'm wearing a blue coat and tie, going to chapel and sit down dinners with extra
playing
flunks. Playing hockey, playing soccer. I started playing lacrosse there too, you know. But sports.
That's our national sport, by the way.
Lacrosse lacrosse is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
What a sport.
It is rough.
It is rough, man. It was a warlike sport.
Yeah.
We used to play for fucking heads back in the day, man.
A lot of native kids play lacrosse, but it's not hockey. It's not our national sport. It's lacrosse. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that. And also Canadian invented basketball.
Yep.
That's all I know about sports. I was a skateboard BMX kid.
Yeah, I was there too. Rollerblading is what got me into hockey.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember, this is embarrassing, but do you remember an old movie? This was like 94, 95.
Thrashing?
No, it was Airborne.
Ooh.
Airborne. It was about this fucking California kid that moved to Ohio, had a young Seth Green and a young Jack Black. Was
it kind of like Malibu's Most Wanted?
It was more of it was silly, but it was more of a serious like love story.
Okay,
there was
this
race
movie?
down Devil's Backbone at the end of the fucking.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. So rollerblading is what got me into hockey.
That's hilarious.
Like, there just happened to be a roller hockey league that started in Hilton Head, but I was doing like the inline, like, you know, doing
pylons and stuff.
Yeah, fucking, you know,
disco stuff,
waxing up curbs and doing royales and shit.
Yeah,
like I was into it. I was into skating, man. Listen to fucking Green Day and shit. Chain Wallet. Middle school, 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah.
That's when I started rollerblading.
Yeah, I was immediately into like skateboard and BMX.
Yeah.
But hockey equipment was so expensive.
So expensive. My shit was all secondhand, dude.
Yeah, I was, and it was like, can I spend, if I remember, it was like $1,500 for a full outfit. This is from 1986.
Yeah.
Now I can buy a BMX bike for the same price and tear around the city, and I don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to practice. That is another thing. You're telling me that you want me to get up at 5:30 to go sit on a bench in the cold with the shittiest hot chocolate we used to get them out of the machines. My life was a lot like Slapshot.
Okay.
Because I was probably a little younger than the players in that movie. I think.
Hanson Brothers.
Yeah. That movie was a big part. That's what you did to be successful in Canada, was to try and be a hockey player.
Dude, Youngblood.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the lineup. Not to mention Keanu Reeves doing the worst French Canadian accent. Like,
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
What was the other one? It was Youngblood. What was the other?
Slapshot.
What was the?
Oh,
Canadian Bacon. What was the name of the two brothers that are called everybody hosers?
Oh, Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Come on, man.
Strange Brew.
Strange Brew. That's it. That shit was hilarious.
That's so funny. I heard there might be another one in the works. Yeah, I think they're overdue. It's funny you say that. In Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, on the west, they have 2 bronze Bob and Doug McKenzie's
Really?
in the town on the bench, like full size.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah, no, Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis, isn't it?
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Who got punched in the face
Yeah,
in New
what the
York?
fuck?
Who punches Rick Moranis
I
in
don't
the
know.
face?
He's the nicest guy on earth.
Yeah, I don't know. You've seen that sometimes where people get Andy Dick. I've seen get punched in the face a couple of times.
Andy Dick's done some shit though.
Yeah.
I think he's created a few enemies over the years doing his
Yeah,
blackouts.
I almost strangled him in a bar one night. I'm serious. I love the man. He's super talented.
Hilarious.
But like you see somebody who needs to, he was staying in the rehab center behind Russell's house in Malibu. So he'd come up and we'd have Christmas dinner, and he's funny. There was so it's me, Andy, his girlfriend, these two ladies from the South, and these two black ladies from the South. Very nice ladies. They're nice ladies.
Right.
They were nice ladies.
Okay.
And it's me and Andy Dick.
Okay.
These ladies are so dressed nice. They're all very nice. We're introducing each other, and Andy goes, "This is my daughter," and leans over to his girlfriend, who's significantly younger than him.
And kisses her.
Starts tonguing her, and these black ladies, their faces went white. They were so I was dying laughing. They could not believe it was like, it was a hard tongue fuck in front of these fucking poor, nice
Bible Belt.
on Christmas dinner.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, some funny.
Is he fucking hammered?
No, he wasn't drunk because he was
No?
he was doing his rehab thing, and he was clean for a while. I feel bad about talking about him because he's not here, but I'm a fan.
Me too.
I'm a fan.
Andy Dick?
Yeah.
The Andy Dick show? I remember that shit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Probably one of the best.
Anus and Andy.
Come on, man. One of the best
Anus and Andy.
Anus.
You remember he had the puppet with a butthole?
Yes, dude.
I know we joke, but I used to work at a grade school. I was a teacher's assistant.
Yeah.
You think this is funny?
No, it's
I'm good with kids. I know I say wild shit.
You are. I've heard. I've heard you had quite a way with the kids.
I am very protective and sensitive to children's feelings. But yeah, part of a co-op at my school is I was a teacher's assistant to kindergarten classes to get out of doing any math. I would go and help out with just read some stories to the kids.
There you go.
Do some various things. But
So there's a little bit of truth in every joke. Would you
there's
say?
totally truth. I think if I had experienced, I'm not a parent, but I've been around. I'm not interested in. I'm interested in attacking the people that are in front of me, not the people that you're listening to me talk about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting it all wrong. Totally take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with anything we're talking about in this subject. You're just upset because you're trying to be a good person in front of a bunch of people, which makes me a little suspect on really what you are doing in your private life. Why are you so angry
Doth
about this
protest too
thing?
much.
What's that? Sorry?
Doth protest too much.
Doth?
I think that's Shakespearean.
Okay.
Yeah, saying someone who
Be suspicious of somebody shooting their mouth off about
shooting
something.
them-
Yeah, I know. It's
Gay marriage
interesting.
is wrong, but you're fucking mad dudes in the bathroom. Like,
Oh, it's always that way. It's almost cliche.
yeah, but there you go. There you go, man. Why do you have such a problem with someone other than yourself if you're trying to
People, rather than work on themselves, they take on causes that have nothing to do with them.
nothing?
I'm a big mind your own business guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And who cares? Like, whatever. It's fucking. There's so much dog shit out there that, your paintings brighten up people's day. And I wish I will make people's nights darker. See, your night uplifting day, I make a dark
Do
night
you?
darker.
How? I'd say you make it super light.
Yeah, but you smiles and because you're reminiscing about all the fun times we've had
man.
under that umbrella. But
Yeah.
there's people now that had the same experience. They're like, "Do you remember that night we went and saw that fucking psycho? He called my wife a cunt. You know that? I'm thinking about running that guy over with my car." They are upset.
Look, I get it. And
Yeah.
dude, talk about Patrice. I remember hearing him talk about it a million times. It's like if anybody's gonna die in this scenario, it's gonna be the crowd. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the crowd out. There's no way I'm oh, so sorry.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
no.
It's like, what do people expect you? You're up here,
Yeah.
and this is one thing I really respect about you guys is when I'm painting. Like if I put out a blast saying like I'm gonna be painting live at so and so, like people come there with this, excitement and appreciation. Like, oh, I can't wait. And there's like some level of respect.
Sure.
As opposed to, unless you're already well established, but even if you are well established, like you guys have to, you're almost like starting from a deficit. Like you have to earn that same respect every single night, even multiple times a night.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
revel in it.
but that, you're a different breed.
Yeah.
That's a fighting spirit that
I
not
don't
many
want a
people
bunch
have.
of fans. They're a pain in the ass.
Okay, I hear you, man.
I mean,
I like fans, dude.
No.
It doesn't say that.
No, but
I don't know if I could do. What
there's
you
a
guys do.
line between of like when you go into a room and you just just come in like the outlaw on the horse,
Yeah, Django.
totally, and then you fuck up the town
Yeah.
and then leave. That's the best.
I bet.
Who was that masked man? That was the Log Father. People can find you. Do you have a? I know you're pretty active on your Instagram and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but do you have a website
do.
with profiling all your stuff?
I do.
People
I
have
have
merchandise.
a website. Yep. It's www.chrisrogersartist.com. That's ROGERS. And Instagram, it's at Chris Rogers Art. And those are the two places that you can really find me.
Very cool. Very cool. It's not even like dude, I see you more than my family, for Christ's
what's up.
sakes. You know what I mean? And I consider you family. So
Likewise.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason